Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, August 31st, the last day of the month of August. Well, Isaac continues to remain a big story today in the sense that it'll dump some very heavy rain on some previously drought-stricken areas of Arkansas and Missouri as it continues its slow trek to the north. Over the weekend, it will turn to the east in the Ohio Valley and kind of merge with a frontal system to produce some rain in the Mid-Atlantic region early next week, probably the Monday and Tuesday time frame. It will, of course, be much weakened compared to what Arkansas and Missouri will experience today, as well as what Louisiana and Mississippi experienced the last couple of days. Nonetheless, there could be a few showers and thunderstorms on Monday and Tuesday due to the combination of a frontal system and the remains of Isaac. Tropics continue to remain very active. There's a couple other systems we'll talk about in the next few minutes, Kirk and Leslie. Kirk looks like no threat to the U.S., but Leslie will have to be watched next week along the East Coast as it may come uncomfortably close towards the end of the week or weekend. So we'll monitor Tropical Storm Leslie next week. Let's get to the latest surface map. First of all, here are the remains of Isaac. The center of that right now is right here over western Arkansas. And again, this whole region will experience heavy rain today on the order of several inches. It'll continue to track to the north and then kind of loop back to the east and pretty much dissipate, but some of its moisture will remain, and then this frontal system will continue to press to the east. The combination of that front and the remains of Isaac will produce some showers and thunderstorms on Monday and perhaps Tuesday as well in the Mid-Atlantic region. Meanwhile, there's in the short term, there's a little bit of a dip here being seen on the surface map in the isobars, and really there's a backdoor cool front setting up, and today will be rather hot in the Mid-Atlantic with temperatures commonly above 90 degrees. Perhaps the low to mid-90s down across D.C. and the low 90s in Philly and New York, but this backdoor cold front will slip on through overnight, and tomorrow will be cooler than today, perhaps about 5 degrees or so, and then another few degrees cooler on Sunday and Monday compared to what we'll experience today. Today will be the hottest day of the week and quite humid as well. Well, here's the latest infrared satellite image of the eastern half of the U.S. as well as the Atlantic Ocean, and a lot of activity in the tropics. Of course, we're still heading towards the normal climatological peak of the tropical season, which is around the middle part of September. So we'll certainly still have some activity to go through over the next couple of weeks. This large area of clouds here is associated with the remains of Isaac. Again, it'll spread some heavy rain in Arkansas and Missouri. Meanwhile, out over the Atlantic, a couple different systems. This is actually a hurricane, Hurricane Kirk, and it poses no threat to the U.S. mainland as it'll continue on a track in this fashion here to the north and then northeast. This is a tropical storm called Leslie down here, way down here in the Atlantic. This will have to be watched because this will go on a general track in this direction. And there are some disagreements among the models right now, but some models then have it curving rather rapidly to the north and east. Others have it coming uncomfortably close to the east coast, especially the New England coast, towards the end of next week or next weekend. So we'll have to monitor Tropical Storm Leslie next week. It'll probably become a hurricane. Kirk is no problem at all, but the tropics certainly remain active. Here's the latest radar loop over the middle part of the country. This is where all the action is in terms of precipitation. And again, still a nice spiral formation here associated with the remains of Isaac. The center of that storm is right about here in western Arkansas. Arkansas and Missouri have certainly been dry over the last several months, along with many states in the middle part of the country, a drought-stricken area, but they will get several inches of rain over the next 12 to 24 hours, perhaps 3 or 4 inches throughout Arkansas and Missouri. And then this whole batch of moisture will continue to weaken, but it'll turn to the east and kind of move along the Route 80 states, combining with that frontal system to cause some rain first over the Ohio Valley and then into the Mid-Atlantic early next week. Well, let's kind of jump ahead using the GFS forecast map for Monday morning. This is Labor Day morning from last night's 0Z run. This is quite a bullseye of precipitation here associated with the remains of Isaac, which at this time are kind of hard to decipher. And again, there will be a general field of higher moisture levels here associated with the remains of Isaac after it takes that trek through the Missouri Valley, then eastward into the Ohio Valley. Again, this is Monday morning, high pressure moving off the New England coast, some moisture in the area in the Mid-Atlantic region. Now perhaps the best shot at rain associated with this front combined with the remains of Isaac will be around Tuesday here in the Mid-Atlantic region. At this time, this front will be pressing to the east, pretty moist air ahead of it thanks to the remains of Isaac. So this front is likely to squeeze out some decent showers and thunderstorms probably around Tuesday of next week. And then we'll have to look to the Atlantic for the latter part of next week or next weekend just to see if Tropical Storm Leslie does come uncomfortably close to the East Coast, especially for those along the New England coastal region. So that's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.